When I find you, you're dead.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now, today we're going to be talking about Power Book 2 Ghost, Episode 8, Deadly Consequences. Well, the deadly consequence, and you guys already know what I'm talking about when we're talking about deadly consequences, and that's your boy Drew. Now, if you've been following my channel, I broke down Drew's character before the season aired, and we talked about the description of his character, and of course it says his decision making is going to yield deadly consequences. Now, shout out to my boy Capalot TJ. He hit me up on Instagram, shot me a couple new pics from this next episode of Power Book 2 Ghost, and it seems like your boy Drew and Ev, once again, they kicking it. And letting you guys know it's homecoming weekend. They got a big game going on, and bad things are about to happen. I'm telling you that right now. In episode 8, a lot of bad things are about to happen. There will be bodies dropping. I'm telling you that right now. Now the question is, will a main character out of the show die? Will there be a major death? We know in the past, episode 8 has always gave us exactly that. So it's yet to be seen in Power Book 2 Ghost. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. One of the things that I have noticed in Power Book 2 Ghost is this: we haven't seen a whole lot of like major characters die yet. They're doing a whole lot of character development, but as far as like major characters, you know, these guys that they survived. So now it's time. Will we see those bodies drop? Now the topic of discussion is, of course, Drew. The daily consequence. Will it actually happen in this episode? We know Drew's hanging around with Ev. Seems like, you know, they're walking, and this could have happened right before the game or maybe after the game. But we know that Ev will be with Drew. Now, based on the image, you can tell that Drew sees something that he does not want to see, something that disturbs him, and I got a feeling that he's going to have some issues, man. Now, even if he's not confronted right here, we know for a fact, just based off images from the past, Drew will have a confrontation with Lil Guap in the GTG Boys. It's going to happen in this next episode, and we know that Drew will be beating down Lil Guap. Now, the question is this: why is Drew beating down Lil Guap? Why will he get his hands dirty and get into it with Lil Guap? We saw Lil Guap shooting, so 9 times out of 10, that's going to be in this episode. The whole encounter with Guap shooting at somebody, I got a feeling that just may be your boy Drew, or if not Drew, maybe Kane. But what we do know is this: that fight between Drew and Guap is definitely happening. We know at the beginning of Power Book 2 Ghost, Drew had a conversation with Lil Guap, and he was cool with him. He had no issues with him. Of course, he had to tell him, look, you're being too loud. You're doing entirely too much, and Monet just wants you to, just to calm down. Nothing crazy. Drew was just speaking to him on some calm stuff, but we know Lil Guap took it to the next level and was trying to act all hard. Of course, Kane came there, and, he turned up, right? But now I got a feeling we're going to have another encounter with Drew and Lil Guap. And this time, it's definitely going to be some issues. And this time, Kane may not be there. As I told you guys in the past, I believe Drew was going to handle it. You saw him grabbing a gun the first time him and Lil Guap got into it. This time around, Lil Guap may just test Drew again. And this time, it may not end well for Lil Guap once again. Because he's not respecting Drew, because just like everybody else in the show, thinks that Drew is soft. Now, when we talking about Drew being soft, it's more just him, not doing things when Kane goes off on Monet or whatever and stuff like that. We know that Drew will put in work when it's time to put in work. Yes, he does hang around with Ev all the time. They be kicking it, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter when you putting in that work. We saw what Drew can do. We saw he can go from 0 to 100 real quick. We saw that in the last episode when they staged that hit, right? So we know when it's time to actually put in work, Drew would do it. He showed you in the past, especially when he was about to pull the strap out with Lil Guap. And I got a feeling in episode 8, Drew is going to show you again. Now, the question is this. Will Lil Guap and the GTG boys, will they do something to Ev? Will Ev get caught in this episode? You see what I'm saying? Will something bad happen to him? Because for Drew to go there and trying to do something to Lil Guap, I believe something happened to Ev. Like they probably did something to him. Maybe they saw Drew kissing up on Ev or just hanging around and they confronted Drew and bad things happen. We know for a fact there's going to be some issues with GTG. It's going to happen. I got a feeling it's going to be issues with GTG and, of course, Kane as well. That whole robbery that they had in the last episode did not go as planned. We know that Kane was brought in, but we didn't see nobody from GTG brought in. Of course, we know that Kane was snitched on. The question is, why wasn't anybody from GTG in there? Why was Kane just in there? Now, it's not to say that GTG wasn't in there, but we didn't see him. And we know in this next episode, Kane is definitely going to be on one. And he's saying that, when I see you, I'm going to pretty much take you out. We know that's going to happen. Who was he talking to? It's not Tariq. I already explained that in the video that I did. It's definitely not Tariq. It's someone else. And the only other person and the people that is close and associated with Kane like that has to be the GTG boys, or it could be someone else. You know what I'm saying? It could be Rico, the person that Monet was having some issues with in the last episode. We seen DC Joe and that issue go the wrong way. Maybe Kane is addressing that person. At the end of the day, I'm telling you right now, the deadly consequences coming. They ain't just put it in the description for nothing. I told you guys about Kane's rebellion reaching new heights. We have saw that, and those heights, they keep going up each episode. Now it's time to see Drew's description come true. They ain't just gonna put it in there for no reason. It may just be a number of days, moments, seconds for your boy Ev. And if that is to happen, Drew is definitely going to be very pissed off. And I got a feeling you're going to see a different type of Drew. Now, I told you guys, I've been noticing they ain't been really killing off main characters like that. They've been trying to build these characters up. So, don't be surprised if you don't see a major character go. But I got a feeling that Lil Guap, his days are numbered. And we definitely going to talk about that as well. So be looking out for that video, because we have to talk about this whole Lil Guap, the GTG boys, Kane. I mean, a lot of different things is happening right now. And I got a feeling it's not going to end well. Remember what I told you. Episode 8 is homecoming weekend. It's about to go down at Stansfield. Somebody's body is going to get dropped. Somebody's cheeks is going to get clapped. And at the end of the day, episode 8 has always lived up to the hype. And hopefully this time around, it does it again. But I want you guys to stay tuned. We got a lot of content, more content coming for you guys. We want to get you guys ready for episode 8. We have to talk about a lot more. So stay tuned. But thank you for all the support and all the love. And I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.